Hi everyone, welcome back to my podcast Ask Boneteacher, where I answer your formal questions in an informal way. So today we are going to talk about the false assumption of building good concepts before taking any tests. Now I don't have a specific question for this discussion because I have been asked this many times before, but the question I usually get goes something like this. Sir, should I appear for grand tests or practice tests even before I finish reading all the subjects? Because I know I just started my preparation. I think I should build concepts and finish the subjects before taking any test. What do you say, sir? Well, friend, the short answer to that question is yes. You should start practice tests or grand tests even if you have not finished reading all the subjects. Now for the long version, hear me out. Let me just ask you one question. When do you think will be the best time to take tests? After finishing 4 subjects, 10 subjects, or after finishing everything? When do you think you will be ready? I'm sure most of you will answer after completing at least half of the syllabus or after finishing everything at least once. Now let's take that scenario and see how it pans out. Let's assume you are very disciplined and will not waste any time of the day. Who are we kidding? I said let's assume now. Okay, so let's assume you're very disciplined and will not waste any time of the day. It will still take you a good 3 to 4 months to finish your first reading. That's the best case scenario. So during these 3 to 4 months, you will keep studying without taking any kind of test. Which means that if your average preparation time is say 9 months or X amount of time, you will be taking practice tests for only 5 months. Which means you've lost a good amount of time for practice. Now here is what most students fail to realize. It's that even after 4 months of reading, you will have a lot of areas uncovered in your syllabus and questions will definitely keep coming from those areas. So what happens now is that you will take a test after 4 months of reading and realize you're still not getting the scores you hoped for. You will still be making a lot of mistakes left, right and center. As a consequence, now while taking test, every time you make a mistake, you will get anxious. You'll start thinking that you're not ready and go back to reading your notes and watching videos again. You will again wait a few more weeks to take those practice tests. By this time, you would have lost another good month of practice, which is very unfortunate because you have lost the advantage of starting early. The advantages of taking tests early on in your preparation are so many. Let me tell you a few. Taking tests early on in your preparation basically helps you improve your focus, increases your understanding, and helps in revision. Tests help you focus on the things you weren't paying attention to in your class or notes. It will highlight those facts or concepts you might have overlooked while studying. Tests reinforce the important areas of your subject. So unless you take them early on in your preparation, you will not know what those areas are. Tests also increase your understanding of topics that look or feel similar by highlighting the key differences between them. This happens quite a few times when the topics look so similar, feel so similar, but are very different. And the most underrated advantage of taking tests early on in your preparation is revision. See, with tests, you will revise without even starting your revisions. You will become familiar with the remote facts that you need to remember. And when you identify them so early on in your preparation, you will keep revising them again and again, which will definitely make your lives very easy towards the end. Because although MCQ exams nowadays are very conceptual, they are still very detail heavy. So even though you get a very good idea about the concepts with the help of notes or videos, MCQs are what not only helps you focus on those crazy details, but also helps you remember them for a very long time to come. I still remember the rare complications of many gynecological conditions after so many years of reading it, only because they were my questions. So at the end, I'm sure you understood that you have to keep taking tests even before you finish everything. Alright guys, hope I answered your question. Keep things simple and stupid. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Comment your question below. I will try to answer them in my next episode. Take care. Bye-bye.